What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I got another montage of lockup related clips coming your way. If you happen to be new to the channel and you enjoy this type of content, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. Ain't that right, Bobo? Da Bobby. Alright, the first clip we have today is coming from a cell block, I don't know where. But this guy seems to be getting picked on a little bit, and I know that they're probably friends, but there's situations in prison where guys that are not friends will pick on you in weird ways. I've seen it so many times, man. They're just trying to, get you worked up. It's helping them kill time, really. But if someone were to ever do stuff like this with you, and you don't mess with them in prison, it's time to start standing up for yourself.
Let me position this shit.
It looks like they're friends, but like I said, I've seen situations where dudes will mess with weaker individuals like this. Now, a lot of people might think that that's just some kind of harmless activities, right? And yeah, maybe if you're with your friend, y'all just smoked a J or something, but I've seen situations like this happen with people that don't even mess with the other person. There's this one dude, man, he used to do a few things to this guy. They weren't friends at all. But he would go around putting them to sleep. He did it to a few people, but this guy, he put to sleep on a regular basis. And not only that, every time, like, if he wasn't putting them to sleep, he would grab the side of his ribs, the skin on the side of his ribs, and just twist it. You would see him, from a distance, anywhere you were, you would see him screaming, and, he was just picking on him. And, dude never stood up for himself. I bet he was so happy to get the hell transferred to his main prison. But there's also, predators in there that might act like they're picking on you a bit, but really they're flirting with you, right? Testing their waters, see how far they can go. So you got to stand up for yourself almost immediately. And like I said, with this group of people, man, I think they might just be homeboys. But it was a great way for me to explain certain situations in prison. Oh, so y'all want to follow him? Go ahead, at Slimy Motherfucker. Next up, we have a clip titled Inmates Do Everything Literally.
Inmates do everything, literally.
They got a pressure washer. Them damn bathroom floors are pearly, baby. Damn, are those Sauconys? Sauconys? My homeboy had a pair of Sauconys sitting on his front porch for like 3 years. I was kind of heartbroken when he moved them. Anyways, inmates do literally everything. I mean, they cook everything, they clean everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. They're going in there. Some places they'll give these guys biohazard suits with galoshes and stuff and go in there and clean up a bloody cell. In some places they won't give you nothing but a bottle of disinfectant. You got to go on in there with some gloves and that's it. Not once have I ever seen any kind of CO or some kind of outside cleaning crew come into prison and clean anything. In some prisons, especially over here in Virginia, let's say you were to get in trouble, they write you up with an infraction. You're sitting in the hole under review. Well, you have to go in front of this review board with your attorney that's within prison, and your attorney just so happens to be a convict doing time with you. Picture that. You got a convict fighting for you to get up out the hole. And as a lot of you could already guess, it doesn't really end well. You're always found guilty. But inmates really do everything. They run the prison, really.
People who have never been in prison has this perception of when you pull up on a prison bus, as soon as you get off, that this is a squirrel mentality, that where if you're looking at somebody wrong, you get stabbed, you get robbed for your shoes, and that's completely not true. So I did 12 years in prison.
I don't need to know anything else. He said he's done 12 years in prison. I'm sure he's seen a few things, but you got to keep in mind, bro, I mean, I'm pretty sure you look like the same size as Debo. I'm pretty sure guys like you don't have too hard of a time, but little Bobby Red, on the other hand, you got predators looking at his cheeks as soon as he walks through the gates. And yes, I've seen people steal people's stuff the first night they get into prison in the shower. Their first night getting in the shower in prison, they're walking back to the cell ass naked because someone done stole their damn state outfit. They ain't even got nothing yet. They still stole whatever they had. Why? Just to have fun, just to laugh, knowing that the guards ain't gonna come give him an outfit till tomorrow morning. Then, he's just hoping that someone looks out for him, gives him something to wear. If not, then he's gonna be walking down there the next morning to the CO ass naked, all for some good laughs. And what do you think's gonna happen to him when he gets his canteen? He got his ass whooped and his canteen taken. I told a story about that too. He never stood up for himself. What did I do when he came out the cell the next day, black-eyed and beat up? I said, damn, bruh, what happened? And then I went to chow. Saw him in another prison, and let's just say I never put him out there like that. I just let him do his time. He was just dandy, though. He was just dandy, living a good life in prison. Just shows you how different one place is from another. This one prison, man, they had a staircase. They had 2 pods, 2 floors on each. But on the outside of the pods, they had a staircase where you could walk to your pod. And in these staircases, these new guys that come in, people just pick on them for no reason. As soon as they come in, they steal their toilet paper, whatever, even their damn handbooks. Because prisons give you these little, at least over here in Virginia, they give you these little handbooks with the rules and regulations in it. Does any other states do that? So I'm not saying that this guy is wrong. I'm just saying that when you're talking about prison, you got to keep in mind that not all prisons are the same. Not all people are the same. Weaker looking people are going to get picked on and robbed even if they ain't got nothing as soon as they walk through the gate. So always remember that, any prison content YouTubers out there, man. You can tell your version of what you've experienced, but you got to keep in mind that it's a big country and shit doesn't happen like that everywhere you go. There are situations like this guy's saying where you'll walk in, nobody's going to steal nothing from you. But you got to be prepared because there are situations where they will. Next up, we have an inmate that's going to answer a very popular question that I've probably had asked me, since I became a prison YouTuber at least a couple hundred times. Do inmates really need commissary? How much commissary should I send? Well, this guy's going to give you his honest opinion. I'm going to give you mine at the end.
Well, I guess you might want to know how do I actually need commissary? Well, the answer is yes. I need commissary. Like, they don't give us enough vitamins or nutrients or anything in here, so the only way to supplement that is through commissary, and it's expensive and it sucks, but it is.
But he's right. Some jails and prisons, the food that they serve you, they might say they have all this nutritional value, but after sitting in a box for 5 years and then being nuked into retherm for another 2 years, the vitamins are gone. Nah, it doesn't really take that long to get a tray, but yeah, it's some nasty looking stuff. But I will say this. Down here in Virginia, some prisons, they living on the state farm, man. You're getting some good food, good holiday plates, good portions. So it really just depends. Some of the worst food I've ever seen was actually in jail. The worst of the worst. But this is the major point when it comes to commissary. Yeah, it could put some fat on your bones. It might have a little bit more nutritional value that you're not getting from the state trays. But the main thing that it does to an inmate is in the mind. When you have food in your locker in prison, it just makes you feel better. Makes you feel more comfortable. Your self-worth goes up. Believe it or not, in prison, some people look up to others because they got 900 ramens. That's just how it is. Commissary is just like money out here in the streets. How money makes people feel good out here is the same way it makes people feel in prison. But in prison, you're much more grateful. So, yeah. Inmates need it. Now, speaking of food, I have a clip of a tray, and a lot of people would see this tray and not think anything of what I'm about to tell you, but this is how it goes in lockup, jail, or prison.
We got that strawberry cake. That strawberry cake.
He don't care about nothing else.
Anybody want that strawberry?
I'd pay a soup for that. Now let's break down this tray, all right? First off, we got some applesauce up here. Believe it or not, I love eating my applesauce. Every now and then there'd be a ladybug in there. How? I don't know. But they do be getting everywhere when it's ladybug season. Anyways, you got the mystery meat here that many people say it's not for human consumption. And yeah, I stayed away from anything like this. This stuff right here is pre-planned from the staff for the inmates to make, right? And the inmates are in the kitchen are making this stuff. But like I said, the main course is pre-planned. The only thing that's not, well, it is pre-planned is the cake. But the way that they make the cake is completely up to the inmate, the top baker. And you can always tell when the baker is doing his job right. Look at that damn cake there. He's looking out for the cookout, man. He knows what inmates need. He knows what they want. That beautiful, thick glazed strawberry cake. And then, you know, it might be like a month, 2 months, and you'll get this scrawny ass piece of crap cake with a dusting of icing. You know, the old baker got hemmed up. They got some damn square in there that don't give two shits about inmates, and he's just trying to get his job done. So yeah, if you've done a few years in lockup, man, you can tell a lot by a tray. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. Check out the links in the description of the video. Add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Definitely go to my other channel, 23-1. We stream every single day. Me and Brittany. Brittany be snapping on me, man. Carrying me like a bag of potatoes. Buy me back, Brittany. Buy me back. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I salute every last one of you who've been supporting me since the beginning. And everybody who's just now joining the lockdown compound. Y'all be safe and stay free.
It leaves your feet.